So I've restarted it now. So you are with Master Purveyors, which I've seen driving around New York City forever.
Thank you. That's our family-run business for 58 years.
And you guys supply the restaurants. So you have employees and vendors, and this isn't just about restaurants closing. It's an entire industry under assault.
It's a whole food chain down, and we're down to one of our biggest accounts. They would order 800 pounds of chopped meat. Now it's down to 80. It's ridiculous because it's all takeout and
wow.
So it's really scary. It's scary. And Kuomo having his little birthday get-together shindig yesterday, he doesn't care.
That was his birthday yesterday?
Yeah.
What do you think about Andrew Cuomo winning an Emmy Award?
Oh, isn't that nice? They pat themselves on the back. Who gave him that? Who also gave him a raise?
Well, but the Emmys, it's for television, and he's a politician. They've never given an Emmy to a sitting politician before. Did you know the Television Academy is tax exempt, so your tax money subsidizes their activities?
We are the slaves here, and it's so ridiculous because we pay them. He works for us. He works for us. We don't work for him. And the fact that he appoints himself these awards and paychecks, it's while we're starving. All these people break my heart. I feel like crying right now because it's so unfair what they're doing to this industry. And look at Manhattan. It's Christmas. It's December. It's supposed to be booming, and it's just sad. It's just really sad that they're doing this to this man is doing this to this beautiful New York State, New York City.
Sounds to me like you grew up in New York.
I did. I'm a New Yorker, and I've never seen this. I'm shocked. I'm just where's our New Yorkers? Where's our tough New York? We're supposed to have balls.
I'm looking at it right here.
I'm so angry, that we are allowed this. The masks and all this is just to muzzle us. Let me go down the rabbit hole. This is just bigger than it is. It's not about restaurants. It's they got their marching orders from China. We all know that. Stop it.
A New York State Senate candidate just told me that they've all but passed this bill that's going to mandate vaccination of every man, woman, and child in New York.
What happened to my body, my choice?
Right.
Oh, only if you're a Democrat.
Right.
I forgot. Only if you're a Democrat. And also believe all women, only if you're a Democrat woman. Everything's one-sided. It's just disgusting what this party has done. I blame Pelosi. She's destroyed a once very respected party. They've gone crazy. It's one-sided. It's just they don't care for the people. They really don't. It's just political. And they're the dividers, they're the haters, they're the racists. Sorry, that's just how it is. And I am a registered independent, so I know I voted this way, I voted that way. I don't have, stamped on my forehead. I vote for who is doing what's on paper. And I'm sorry, Biden has done nothing. Nothing in 58 years.
Well, he seems like he might be successful in stealing an election.
He won't. He's not going to steal this election. Sorry. Trump has a Trump card. Trust me. He has a Trump card. And he's going under the radar. Where they're busy screaming and yelling and whatever they do so well, Trump's going to surprise us.
Now, if people see this, can they order food directly from Master Purveyors?
Yes.
How do they do that?
We had to,
How can people watching order from Master Purveyors?
It's masterpurveyors.com. And if you want to speak to the owner, they're right there.
Okay, let's do it.
Awesome.
Can I talk to you for a second, too?
Yes.
That's 2 seconds. Just about what you're...
Okay, baby, I will. This is, ready?
Yes.
This is the owner, Scott Solis, and that's his beautiful son, Harry Solis.
Hi, how are you?
Son, yes.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
It's terrible what's going on to the restaurant industry.
It's horrible. The restaurants, hotels, it's killing business for everybody. Everybody that works in the restaurants, it trickles down to people like us, the fish people, the vegetable people.
How many employees does Master Purveyors have?
We had about 98 pre-COVID, and now we're down to about 45.
Wow. And that's probably difficult for you to maintain the 45, I would think, given the numbers.
Well, right now, after him closing down the restaurants, we don't know how many people we're going to be able to keep. We try. We're trying not to lay anybody off.
And I mean, it strikes me you guys are a family business. These 45 and 98, they've probably been working for you for many years.
Yeah, so, my father started in 1957, came from Europe, a survivor of the Holocaust. He built the business up. If he would see what's going on today, he would say this is worse than escaping the Nazis. It's horrible.
It is. So people go to masterpurveyors.com, they can order steaks and things from you guys?
Yes, they can.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
they can. The best steaks in all of the city.
I've seen the trucks driving around forever. Yeah, I know. I would love to have a steak right now. That looks good.
We were thinking of that.
Having a barbecue over
Having
here?
a barbecue, set
That's
it up.
a good idea. That's a great idea. Well, anything else you guys want to say?
Visit masterpurveyors.com for the best steaks in the country. See our Instagram, Master Purveyors. Visit our Facebook page, and save the restaurants.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Best of luck. Save the restaurants.
Thank you.
It looks like it maybe is ending. Is it over? Is it marching now, or what's?
We're marching towards the governor.
Oh wow, where is he?
We're gonna see. We're going to his office now.
The mayor, you mean? All right, let's see what happens with that. I wonder if this is still going. That's funny. All right, I think it's still working. I hope it's still working. This has been a very disrupted stream. Whoa. Let's see if we can get this back to working. That guy. Super 8, nice.
Restaurants! Save our restaurants! Save our restaurants! Save our restaurants! Save our restaurants! Save our...
Aquí no paramos. Open our restaurants. Stop closing us down. Open our restaurants. We need to keep our restaurants open. Save our restaurants. 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 Save our restaurants.
Restaurant. Jamás serán vencidos. Restaurantes unidos, jamás serán vencidos. Restaurantes unidos, jamás serán vencidos. Restaurantes unidos, jamás serán vencidos. Queremos trabajar, queremos trabajar, queremos trabajar, queremos trabajar, queremos trabajar, queremos trabajar, queremos trabajar. Es el sireno del trabajo. No queremos nada gratis. Lo que queremos es trabajar. No queremos nada gratis. Lo que queremos es trabajar. No queremos nada gratis. Queremos 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 trabajar. Llegó la sirena del trabajo.
¿Qué vaina tú traes?
We love New York. 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 ¡Una bulla!
Dale el mensaje que el Congreso tiene que hacer algo ya.
Ya está bueno para el relajo, mi gente. Y también mi gente de República Dominicana.
Los dominicanos, tenemos la comunidad dominicana, la comunidad hispana, se están unidos y el vacío. Y tenemos que dar la cura. Y nuestra comunidad no está incluida. Tenemos que pelear por eso, porque nuestra gente se está muriendo. La vacuna es bien importante para la comunidad. Gracias,
Y gracias por la invitación.
¡Salva a nuestros veteranos! Save our restaurant! 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 Restaurant! Save our restaurant! Save our restaurant! Save our restaurant! Save our restaurant! Hi, I'm Frank Garcia, head of the National Association of State Chambers, Hispanic Chambers. We're here to fight for the rights of our businesses. We're tired of what's going on. We need to be included to the vaccine. We're not being included to the vaccine. Our members are dying more than any other.
You want the vaccine.
We want the vaccine. Our members want the vaccine. We need the vaccine.
Aren't you concerned that it's had very little testing?
Right now, our members are dying, so it's a choice of the members. The members want the vaccine. We've done surveys to our members, and they do want the vaccine because they're scared.
So what's preventing them from getting it?
Right now, we're not included.
Who is included?
The included is the health cares that they deserve to do it. But as workers that are in the front line, our members, the bodegas, the supermarkets, the restaurants, should be included.
Okay.
We deserve that.
They're talking about mandating it for everybody in New York.
That's we want to be able to be in the conversation. We're not being in the conversation right now.
Okay.
We're asking for the politicians to include us. We have to do rallies like this to wake them up. The Latino community is not like the African American community is used to fighting. Now we're tired. That's why we're out here fighting. As head of all the Hispanic chambers, we're tired. Our members are dying. We're closing. We're losing 50% of our members of the Latino Restaurant Association will go out of business before the end of January.
Wow. How can people contact you?
Through New York National Association of Latino State Chambers.com or fgarcia@mrtoners.com.
Okay, thank you.
Or 347-668-7614.
Give us your name again.
Frank Garcia, National Chairman of the National Association of Latino State Chambers, representing 3.5 million Hispanic businesses in the U.S. and Puerto Rico.
Thank you, Frank.
50% of our members are going to go out of business right now because of this, and this is a national problem.
Stay off restaurant! Stay off! Queremos trabajar! No queremos nada gratis! ¡Queremos trabajar! ¡Queremos trabajar!
It's actually pretty big.
Pretty big crowd, yeah. But the way they're going about it is totally wrong. It's like I'm very fickle about this whole thing. On one hand it's good though because it is
We're raising awareness.
We're raising awareness, especially for that fascist Cuomo. So
yeah,
that's great. You see, if they could take their mask off, that would be so powerful.
I think that a lot of people have been very confused by the news. I just spoke to a guy who's demanding that they get the vaccine. And I was like, wait a minute, are you sure?
Very confused. Good luck.
I'm not sure that the governor has an office in the city. I could be wrong, but yeah, see, I agree with what that guy was saying, that the crowd seems a bit confused, and I think it's because what we're seeing here is a very organic response to people losing their jobs and getting the message basically from the governor that it's only getting worse. They're closing down for the snow. I want to confirm if they're having to actually dismantle these temporary structures, because I heard that they weren't allowed to be running the restaurants. If you had to dismantle, that's crazy. I mean, we've been seeing all around town people building those things. Has to cost a bunch of money to hire some construction crew to come in and build your outdoor thing, and now just have to take it down and then build it again? How's that going to work? I'm not sure if that's correct.
You want to save New York? Join us. You want to save the soul of the city? Join us.
Do you work in the restaurant industry, sir?
Absolutely.
And how's everything been going for you since the lockdown?
How do you think it's been going?
I think it's been going terrible, but I want your first-hand experience.
Since the lockdown, we've lost jobs, we've lost friends, we've lost neighbors. The first lockdown was warranted. The second lockdown is hypocrisy. So,
and did you have to construct an outdoor structure for your restaurant?
Yes.
And are they forcing you to disassemble that because of the snow?
No, we built it pretty safe.
Okay.
And who's they?
I don't know. I heard on the news that they're closing outdoor dining for the snow, and then someone here told me they're actually.
Yeah, it's probably a responsible move to close for 12 inches of snow.
But somebody told me that they're actually forcing restaurants to take those outdoor structures down. I'm trying to confirm.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that either.
Yeah.
And how do you think you're going to fare through the winter? Do customers want to sit outside in those things?
No, I think there's a public that's willing. There's a public that's willing to measure their own risk and assess their own risk. And yes, we do contact tracing, and we have masks, and we cut down on our capacity. We've done all the things that we're supposed to be doing. And now the data shows that it's only 1.47%, right? So let's continue that. Let's make sure we're mindful. Nobody wants to be on the wrong side of this. But the right side of this right now is killing jobs, which will then hurt the social fabric of this city, which has already done enough damage. So,
are you the owner of the restaurant?
Yes.
And how long have you owned the restaurant?
I've been in the restaurant business for 20 years, my whole life. My father owned a restaurant before that.
And don't you spend a ton of money on HVAC and maintaining all that?
We spend a ton of money on everything.
And so when they lock people in these little tents outside, there's no circulating air. Is there actually any scientific evidence that you're safer in an outdoor enclosed space than
Again, I think it goes back to an individual's assessed risk, right? Let them watch your step. Let them decide based on certain parameters, limited occupancy, right? People are not stupid. But what happens when you turn off the faucet is the pressure's going to build up, and there'll be illegal operations. There'll be speakeasies. There'll be places that aren't supposed to be operating. So, why don't we find a middle ground here?
So you said you lost friends and neighbors. Do you know a lot of people who succumbed to COVID?
No, not too many, to be honest with you. Not too many, but I'm talking about friends and neighbors that have left this state.
Got it.
That have left this industry.
Yeah. And I mean, it trickles down. I imagine you must employ a lot of people in the restaurant. Have you had to lay people off?
Yes, we've had to. Let me run.
Sure. Take care. Thanks for talking to me. Red, white, and blue Camaro, or is it the post office? So this is interesting because it's not, pro-Trump, it's not pro-Biden, it's not Antifa, it's not Black Lives Matter. This is the first rally I've seen where it's just an industry of people who want to get back to work. So this is actually a pretty important milestone because I would have to say that the restaurant industry is not the only industry in New York that's been decimated by this, but it's the first to come together and do a rally like this that I've seen. Oh.
Go to both your banks and do
This is a good protest.
That guy said this is a good protest. I don't know if people heard that.
The governor lives this way! The governor lives this way!
Doesn't he live in Albany?
Check the GPS!
Guys, doesn't he live in Albany?
The governor lives this way!
The mayor.
Which way?
Oh, we're getting a little disorganized. But how could the NYPD be taking you to the governor's house?
Tell him before. Where is she?
Does he live here?
No more. No more. Because we're dying. You gotta be, you should be on our side. We're dying. Can you read? Listen to me.
Wait a minute now. So is this not his house? Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. I thought that was his apartment.
No, this is his office. This is his office.
633. Is that the New York Japanese Restaurant Association?
Save our restaurant. Save our restaurant. Save our restaurant.
We don't ask you for nothing. We want to work.
That's deflection. You know they do that as deflection. You gotta remember, es una brujería. Es una brujería.
We want to work. Queremos trabajar.
Queremos trabajar. Queremos trabajar. Queremos trabajar. Queremos trabajar. Queremos trabajar.
Vamos a tener una conferencia de prensa de que las personas que están aquí fueron asaltados por un carro hace un par de días. Nosotros estamos...
Eso es todo culpa de Cuomo también.
Eso es culpa de él también. Todo es culpa de él. Nosotros no vamos a...
Señores. Seguimos.
Let's go. Seguimos. ¿Dónde que vamos?
Gracias.
We don't think he's the best guy either. Totally different reasons, but you know. Different reasons, but we don't like him either.
I talk trash to Andrew Cuomo
Every day. Every fucking day.
So it looks like you guys are having a press conference here. What's going on?
These people that you see in front of you were hit by a car. So
Hit by a car?
yes.
As a result of what?
Of a
Protest?
protest, just like you guys are doing. So we're just trying.
We're just trying to hold space for these guys just to talk. That's it.
We'll do more information later.
Was that woman the other day who ran through and got arrested?
That's us.
What is it that you want people? What's the matter? I thought you were trying to tell me something. All right.
Where's the governor? Where's the mayor? They don't give a fuck, you see? They give two shits about us. They're up north chilling by the fireplace, eating good food, living life. And we're out here fucked in the cold with no jobs, no money. Yo, Kuomo de Blasio, what the fuck? I want to go to work. It's the motherfucking Hanukkah, Christmas. How are we gonna buy shit for our families, dude? How are we gonna have holiday fucking meals? You're gonna be out north in your fucking fireplace and we're here. Where you at, bro? Come out. Are you scared, you fucking piece of shit, Cuomo? You got 20,000 people out you gotta answer to. What are we gonna do next week, bro? How are you gonna buy your kids a gift? How are you gonna buy your family a fucking ham?
Yo, my brother.
What up?
We got some people that almost got killed. They got ran over by a vehicle the other day protesting, doing the same exact thing you're doing. We're trying to amplify that right now. And y'all in the way. If we're together, you gotta respect what we got going on.
I don't know. I'm here from, I don't
I'm
know.
letting you know right now that this is a situation that we gotta take care of. And what
So
you're
they
doing
don't
right
want
now, you're
protests? Is
interfering
that it?
with what we're doing.
I don't care. I can say whatever I want.
And we're together. And we're supposed to be together. We're supposed to fight the same
Go ahead.
battle. I'm not saying anything. I'm just letting you know. There's no fuck the politicians.
Okay.
Fuck the politicians.
What's your narrative?
This is about people that almost got murdered. They got ran over by a vehicle, and nothing is happening to that person. This is the third time we're doing exactly what y'all doing. We're on the streets protesting, doing the same thing y'all doing, and we're trying to stop that bullshit from happening.
I thought they were attacking that woman's car.
Queremos trabajar.
I saw that shit.
So out of respect, I just ask y'all, to show us some love. Let us get that message across.
Queremos trabajar.
Cuomo is the worst thing for this whole entire movement. He makes you think that he's on your side. He's not, and he keeps paying these cops. What is going on with Cuomo is he set up this whole thing. He set up COVID testing sites in housing projects from day one. From day one, Cuomo said he was going to use the projects for the vaccine first. Yesterday was the first day for the vaccine, and the vaccine was being rolled out in Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx and in Newark, New Jersey. Don't let these people gaslight you and make you think they have your back. They are going to use you as their mask police and their medical guinea pigs.
That's right.
Facts.
Facts.
Woo!
Fuck Cuomo!
Garbage man.
Sorry. So I don't understand. They're protesting protests, or what is it that they want to do?
La injusticia, esto es injusto. Solamente se cogen con los restaurantes y bar. Y nosotros negocios, ¿por qué abrieron las escuelas? Ellos también están en peligro.
Look, my name is Mitchell Bosch, and I'm a man, and I'm gonna give you a solution. Everybody in New York City, restaurant, bars, y'all need to open up. That is the solution, nothing else. All this that we're doing, protesting and talking, it's not gonna get you nowhere. The solution is if you all open up, united, together, we will get there. That is the only solution. Thank you. My name is Mitchell Bosch again.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
He's right. They can't close all the restaurants down. They can't arrest everybody. They can't enforce every fine. Amazon taking over the restaurant business.
the business open! Keep 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 the business open! We want to work! 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 We want to work!
De Blasio, these are fascists, these are communists, they are participating in the biggest genocide of our times.
We want to work! We need water! We need water!
End fascism!
We
end
want
fascism!
water! We
end
want water!
fascism!
Andrew Cuomo's a fucking fascist! 86 the governor, off the menu, out of season. Get rid of that piece of shit.
86 Kuomo off the menu, out of season! 86 Kuomo off the menu, out of season! 86 Cuomo off the menu, out of season! 86 Cuomo off the menu, out of season, that's it! You hear me, you cocksucker!
It's very rude. I can't repeat it.
Let's talk, make some noise, come on!
My check.
I can't hear you in Albany, all right? Go a little louder.
No.
Hey, everybody, listen up!
No, repeat
Listen
it.
up! Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a solution to this problem. Right? Y'all all say y'all want to work. Open up in unison. Look at Max Public House in Staten Island. Look at that pussy. He's taking the lead for y'all. He went down. They took everything away from that man. He has courage. It takes courage to go ahead and open up.
Do it together. Do it together.
For strong men and strong women to unite.
That's right.
Do it together.
And to say we've had enough.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Y'all have sacrificed your time. You have sacrificed your money.
That's right.
You have sacrificed your energy. Your families are suffering.
Preach.
It is time to go ahead and work together. I'm not going to get off this mic until one or two things happen. Either we get back here again tomorrow at 11 and continue the fight, or we say that starting tomorrow, we all, and I mean all of us, go back to work and open up. They cannot take us all down.
No.
It is not possible, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Gentlemen and ladies, open up your businesses.
That's right.
Open up. Open up. Open up. Open up! 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 Louder! Open up! Louder! Open up! Louder! Open up! Open up! Open up! We can't be scared! The government is overreaching on your constitutional right! It is a government overreach.
He's coming out the other way.
What? Governor's coming out?
If Cuomo comes out, he's going to come out. He hasn't came out. We will know he came out. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, there's two options. Either we come back out here at 11 o'clock again tomorrow. Do not stop the fight. Do not wait on the next time, on next Sunday. It has to continue. The pressure has to stay on.
That's right. That's right. Maximum pressure. That's it.
Or we all open up. So what are we going to do? Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Y'all all keep saying, listen! Y'all all keep saying y'all want to work. Y'all keep saying that chant like he's going to hear you. He doesn't care that you want to work. They don't care. You have to have the courage, the fortitude, the leadership to go ahead and open up. I am a warrior. I fought for every one of y'all. I've been overseas. I love everybody who's here, who's an American. I don't care where you're from. You have all sacrificed. You have sacrificed enough during this whole year.
Yes.
Yep. My name is Mitchell Bosch, and I'm with y'all. Hold your hands up. Put your hands up. Open 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 up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up!
Good job, man.
The cops are not going to arrest you. It's the sheriffs that this cocksucker is bringing down to force these freaking laws.
500 sheriffs is like one fucking
The
restaurant.
cops are here to protect us. They will not arrest you. It's the sheriffs that he brings from upstate.
Yeah, back to blue, back to
the
blue.
Cops, exactly, back to blue.
Back to blue, back to
Support
blue.
the police And open up your business, point
That's
blank.
right.
The cops will not arrest you. They're on our side.
Cops support us. Cops are small business people.
Keep fighting. Stand up.
That's
and
right.
Take your mask off.
That's right.
That's one of the things that they keep us oppressed with. If you don't understand, do the research. Understand that people are dying in the hospital under ventilators. Do not go to the hospital and do not get a test. Open up your business.
I was raised by a single mother who had a restaurant. My whole, from being a child to growing up as a teenager, I stayed with my mother in her restaurant. I saw her sacrifices. I never had dinner with my mother. I never had like birthday parties. Nothing. With me, my brother, my sister. My mother worked in the restaurant business. She had it for 30 years. And you know, I ended up being in the service, and now I'm over here. I understand the sacrifice that these people are feeling. I am from a Hispanic background, ultimately. But at the end of the day, I'm an American, and the overreach, like, it is incredible by the government. Like, people should be allowed to go ahead and be able to go to a restaurant, and you know, and that restaurant should be able to follow CDC guidelines and go ahead, the people 6 feet apart, mask on. But I don't understand the nuances of you go inside with your mask on and then you sit down and you could take it off and that's okay, right? And then after 10 o'clock, it's like you can't, it should be one, but at the end of the day, restaurants need to stay open. Restaurant is what makes New York City great. It is being destroyed over a virus that is being, through the guidelines, only 1%, over 1% compared to like the whole 70%. So now people are gonna be at home spreading it because we're all human beings. And at the end of the day, we're gonna want to be together. So I am here with them. I want them to continue to fight. I want people to stay strong, fight through it. This is just like in 1776. Yes. This is the same thing like in World War II where the greatest generation fought. This is another time. Strong men need to come back
into the forefront and take charge. Strong men need to go ahead and say and hold themselves, even if it means they go down.
Right.
So,
Well,
anyway.
I love you, and we're going to keep it up, aren't we?
Yes.
And we're going to grow a bigger following, aren't we?
Yes.
And I love you, and thank you so much, honey.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It seems to be losing focus a little bit. But people are out. In the street here.
Who are you with? So I can
I just have a channel called Crowdsource the Truth.
crowdsource the truth.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also Jason Goodman is my name if you look that up.
Nice
Nice to
finally
meet you.
Talk to you.
Yeah, you're doing great, man. It seems like maybe it's losing focus. Is that actually Cuomo's office there?
Listen,
Must be at 633.
Exactly.
I think what we need to do is sit in at Whole Foods.
Why Whole Foods? It's owned by Amazon.
Exactly. We need to sit in at Whole Foods.
And then,
Mask-free sit in at Whole Foods.
uh-huh.
I'm not saying that on camera because we
Oh,
got,
sorry.
because we gotta like.
Yeah, no, we gotta follow the rules or they can arrest you.
You know what's crazy? I suggested doing a protest at NPR on a Friday at like 1 back in May, right? I put it out as one little Facebook ad. Facebook censored it. It never got anywhere. But I said, I better go in case somebody actually shows up, right? I came. The whole block was lined up with NYPD.
Wow.
Just sitting there like.
What about protesters? Did people come?
And anyone that did come, they must have saw the cops and were like,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, look, here's Channel 7.
Channel 7. Yeah. You'll spend all day trying to get on Channel 7. They might give you like 10 seconds or give you nothing. Can't
Well,
waste
and
your
also
time
their
with that.
angle is probably going to be, these people don't want to lock down, don't want to wear masks.
Actually, we're surrounded by cops. I mean, look.
Yeah.
It's time to get out of here.
Yeah. All right, thanks, man. Take care.
For those nipple ring laughs last night at the end of a really bad day.
Yeah.
But we were all laughing.
I'm glad. Thank you. Well, I think it might be getting close to the end of this. It's sort of just diffused into two separate groups.
Yep.
Yeah, the cops are making hand signals and... Okay, they're saying thank you to the NYPD. I think it might be ending. So I think I'm gonna head back downtown here. Yeah, the cops are telling everybody to go on the sidewalk. Hey, hi.
My name is Danny Martinez. You want to interview me? Hi. You want me to say something?
I think we've met before. I saw you.
Yes, I've been to many rallies.
Yeah.
So,
do you work in the restaurant industry?
No, I don't work in the restaurant industry, but I support because I need to be open. And we need to generate income to pay the taxes, to pay the roads, to pay everything. So we need the taxes. Let's be real. Who's going to support the school kids? Right? The taxes. So we need the job industry, the restaurant business to be on business so they can collect the taxes.
Yeah.
If business go out of business, less taxes paid for the kids. Let us be real. For the kids, the schools, colleges. And you communists, the money doesn't come from the sky. Thank you.
All right, thanks for talking to me. Take care. Yeah, I think everybody is kind of just going their own way here. So I'm going to wrap it up with that. Well, I mean, wrap up the rally. head downtown and see. I guess, what time is it? Maybe, I guess it's end of rally time. Yeah, they're letting the cars through and everything. Sure what that's all about. Well, I don't know who that person is or why she's in Bergen County. Ah, now, here we see exterior plastic thing with a guy on it, but I don't think he's dismantling it. I think that was just a rumor that somebody... That guy looks like he's sealing it with plastic. I'm in the way. It's a sidewalk. Wow. Everything closing. I'm on 3rd Avenue, on 38th. Tons of stuff out of business over here. Here's another City MD. Not that long of a line, but a line nonetheless. To be tested. I thought it was very interesting that Gordon Chang article saying that China is trying to create a DNA database of everybody so that they can make bioweapons. I mean, that makes sense. Obviously, the teachers were very concerned about what's going to happen with their DNA when they're forced to be tested. We don't know. They won't tell them. See, when you ask somebody a direct question and they won't answer it, in my view, that's highly suggestive that they're hiding something. So I'll just keep the stream running as I head downtown here. Just get an idea what's going on in this part of town. Sarge's Deli. Their outdoor space doesn't look too doesn't seem to be ready. Smells like good pizza over here. Get the sun blasting me on that. Maybe I'll get a better spot on another street. I mean, that was an energetic rally. Everybody there has a lot of passion for the city, their jobs, their families, their freedom. They just want to work. See if we got the comments, maybe people. Let's see what people have to say here. Trust facts, right. Facts and evidence. Talk more about the Electoral College. Well, I don't really know too much about the Electoral College. They voted for, Biden, but I believe there were key swing states where there were contested electors where both sides voted, and I do believe that triggers some sort of, process or introduces some these challenged electors. We'll have to see what happens as time goes on. I mean, there's a lot of people who want me to give it up and admit that he lost and whatever. But, I mean, look, obviously, people who want President Trump to continue, we've had a lot of disappointments, and we're going to talk with Larry Klayman about this later today at 5 o'clock. From a practical standpoint, what can the president do? I mean, I know what the legal parameters are, and I know what possibilities exist as far as how he could challenge this and potentially even win. But the question is, will he be able to do that? We've seen the courts are so corrupt. I mean, I certainly thought, actually I didn't think this. I sort of knew that Emmett Sullivan was going to be as difficult as possible and not let Michael Flynn go. But I'm hanging on. I've said this before. If you've ever been to the hospital to see a friend or a family member who's been in really bad shape, like where you leave the hospital wondering if that person's going to live, or even if the doctor tells you it's not likely that they're going to live, you don't just give up and stop going back. I feel like the Trump presidency is in the ICU right now with tubes sticking out of it, and it's pretty scary, but I'm waiting and hoping for that outside chance, because a Joe Biden presidency is going to be so bad. Let's see what else we got happening here. This was such a decimated production because of all the technical failures. Oh wow, look at that. Is that an Italian Greyhound in a Santa outfit? That's funny. This is corruption at the highest point, says Ms. Ann. It's beyond that. It's corruption, yes, but I mean, it's mass hysteria as well. Crazy Path says vaccine is the key that unlocks the HIV delivery system? I don't know about that. Yeah, Artemis says it isn't over until January 20th, and I agree. I'm not giving up. I'm going to acknowledge that the outlook is grim. You'd be a fool to not see that. But I agree, I'm not giving up. And it seems that the president is not giving up either, so hopefully something will happen. I mean, it's unprecedented times, so unprecedented things are likely. And I mean, you know, Mike Pence has an opportunity to, I think, you know, these states that are challenged, I think he can reject them. And then we have that whole, Charles has explained this, there's that whole thing where it can go to a vote in the House and the Senate. Never give up is right, Arlie. That's the only surefire way to lose, is to give up or die. Never give up. Nobody ever succeeded in anything by giving up. So Amazon has taken over food, they've taken over movies. I guess HBO is going to be playing Wonder Woman on Christmas instead of the movie theaters. So the video will get monetized here on 33rd Street, or, you know, copyright struck, or who knows what. Something will probably happen to it. Yeah, so this has been a really chopped up live stream due to who knows. Who knows what, I should say. But I will go back and put it all together into one big, 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 into one big. Jane Romeo is watching. I think you're about to get a call from that dude. Okay, I don't have headphones in, so I don't know if that fixed the audio loop or not. I hope it did. Here's Mendy's 2.0. Wow, I think that used to be on 34th Street. That was featured in Seinfeld. Mendy's. It was way bigger than this. Free soup. Free soup? Salad. Yeah, so now it's just a tiny little takeout counter. I mean, that makes sense. Why would you want a big restaurant if you can't? You can't have people in there. Somebody wants me to put a beat in there and have a mix. Yeah, it could be good. I don't know. We'll have to see. The audio problems are definitely annoying. Now it's fixed. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to continue the stream as we head downtown. Look at that building there. Royal Town. Oh yeah, that's a fancy hotel. Totally empty. Police. Was this a restaurant? I think it was. Or some kind of coffee place or deli thing. That was a restaurant. It's almost silly to put a for rent sign on anything now because who is going to rent it? Anybody who's already renting anything is breaking the lease and moving out. And only somebody who wants to lose money would rent a new place. I don't know if I've ever seen a traffic cop not on the phone. Oh, here's the giant inflatable rat. I kind of like this thing. So I don't know who is in charge of that rat, but it's generally whenever they want to protest. It's usually like union stuff with the giant rat. Whoa! What's this do? It's a wine bar. That's interesting. Maybe that's their outdoor dining. There's more outdoor dining being constructed. But here's the giant rat. Hey guys, what's the rat protesting today? Hey guys, what's the rat protesting today?
How you doing?
What's the rat protesting
All the
today?
information is on the handbill. We appreciate your support. Right?
Hudson Machine Works, destroying the local economy. Does it have anything to do with the lockdown?
No, that's nothing. It's all labor related.
Okay.
All the information is on the handbill.
Yeah, it's always the union that has the rat out. I don't know. If somebody doing stuff against the union, they usually bring that rat. Whoa! Watch that last step. Anyway, the paper says Hudson Machine Works destroying the local economy. So, people who are worried about that can look into it further. Whoops. Another moving truck over there, Atlas. Pretty sure that's a moving truck. Flood the subway, someone suggests. Do you mean with water or people? Or I mean, that doesn't sound like a good idea to me. I'm having a lot of trouble here now that this guy handed me the paper. Let me get rid of this. That dog stopped to look at me. Atlas moving. My fingers are frozen. Do I see another moving truck right down there? No, office furniture. So we're pretty close to the end of this stream. As I said earlier, 5 p.m. I'm going to be joined by Larry Klayman to discuss just everything that's going on. I think mostly the departure of William Barr. Now wait a minute, is the audio back to frozen? No, it's good. Okay. Brian says BlackRock is CCP. Wow. You know, that's interesting. I think that might be right. BlackRock has kind of taken over everything. And I guess that would make sense if they're CCP. Well, anyway, all right, we're getting very close to home here, and my fingers are frozen, so I'm super tangled up in wires, and this hasn't been working properly since the moment I left. So much stuff out of business around here, it's crazy. But I think I'm going to leave it right here for everybody. You know, I mean, this is so nuts that they would have these outdoor tables. Nobody's going to eat in the cold, outdoors. This thing's got an outdoor section. Cathay Bank. That's probably Chinese, right? Cathay Pacific. Who's Cathay? It's written in Chinese. Get used to that. Retail and office space for lease, Pam Chong. Hey, this wasn't Cathay Bank before. This is new. Chinese guys constructing it. It's interesting. I think it was right around here. People will recall when I saw those Chinese construction workers who couldn't speak English. All right, well, there we go. Early morning live stream for everybody from the restaurant mega rally or whatever that was called. Ah, that's why that's so short. Take this. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Please become a sponsor. Another reason to sponsor is tonight, right after Larry Klayman, we're bringing back Lee Stranahan. High Dive with Lee Stranahan is back. That's going to be another great new episode people will be able to watch on patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth and subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth and patreon.com/Stranahan. So I'll see everybody later. Thanks for tuning in. You guys opening or closing? Is this being built or you're destructing it? Rebuilt. Well, everybody working in construction around here seems to be Chinese. So that's interesting.